Hi everyone, welcome to Mella's vlog. This is my tiny little third side channel. So I want to share with you some things on here that are really interesting to me, from maybe something that was in the news, a current event, or something big going on, or something I'm inspired by, and it can, yes, include celebrities. And this particular video does, because the other day I was looking up some information on Angela Lansbury and Murder, She Wrote, and I was telling my son how impressed I was with her, with that show in particular, because it seems the older shows were more uplifting and just so much easier for the mind for you to watch. And even a murder mystery like that was just easy watching and didn't invade your mind with the stressful scenes that occur nowadays, in my opinion, in many of the movies and shows, and even obscene language. All of that kind of triggers you like that. Whether you realize it or not, it can cause stress. So at least for me, I don't enjoy it. So I looked up, and Angela Lansbury actually was in the movie Gaslight. Now, Gaslight is an old movie from 1944. It's a psychological thriller. It really falls in that area. And I find it so very interesting because in the past 10 years you have heard the word gaslight, don't gaslight me, or something like that. Well, that is exactly what that movie was about. Was I believe, I'll have to watch it again, but her spouse in the movie is actually doing that to her. He's gaslighting her. He's making things look like something else that they're not, and stressing her out, causing anxiety and a whole bunch of other things going on. So with that, I just want to show you, this is a picture of Angela Lansbury around kind of what she looked like in the movie Gaslight. Okay, Angela Lansbury passed away in 2022. Oh yes, it has it here. She was born Angela Bridget Lansbury, born October 16th, 1925, and in London, England. I never heard the English accent, but that's interesting. And she passed away at age 96, October 11th, so 5 days before her birthday in 2022. So 96, that's like unbelievable. Long time, and just wonderful. So these are some of the movies that Angela Lansbury was in. Okay, Gaslight, 1944, National Velvet, 1944. I didn't know she was in National Velvet. I'll have to watch that too again. The Picture of Dorian Gray. I haven't seen it since I was a kid or something. 1945, The Picture of Dorian Gray. That was a good one. She appeared in 11 MGM films, mostly minor roles. After her contract ended in 1962, she began to supplement her cinematic work and theatrical work. Lansbury was also largely seen as a B-list star, but her role in The Manchurian Candidate, 1962, did receive a lot of attention. And moving to the musical theater led her to a role in Broadway and Maine in 1966, winning her a Tony Award. Let's see, I just need to have the scroll. Amid difficulties in her personal life, she moved to California, to Arlington County, Cork, in 1970. I'm sorry, she moved from California to Ireland. She continued to make theatrical and cinema appearances throughout the decade, including roles in stage musicals, Dear World Gypsy and Sweeney Todd. and as well as Disney film Bed Knobs and Broomsticks in 1971. So moving into television in 1964, she received world fame for Jessica Fletcher in America Whodunit series Murder, She Wrote. So it ran for 12 seasons until 1996, becoming one of the longest running, most popular detective dramas. In my opinion, I believe it was so popular because there's a few things. The choreography and and I just pay attention to these things, like consciously, because I'm an artist. I love the aesthetics of when I'm watching a movie. I love the outfits, the hair, how things are done. It really makes a difference, I believe. And then of course, the acting. But the acting and the actors that they had in Murder, She Wrote, the acting was high quality, it just was. The actors were people that you knew. Like I watched one last night, and now granted I don't know all the names of these actors. I should, and like I do, if I look them up, I'm like, oh yeah. But it was one of the actors from a popular TV sitcom was on there. Happy Days. He played the father, of Ron Howard. So him, you remember him. But and then there was one of the Golden Girls was on it. Way before the Golden Girls, I believe, because this was, oh yeah, maybe it was at the same time of the Golden Girls, because they were also on, I think, in the 80s, right? But and then there was another famous older, like two famous older actors, and then Linda Blair. So there were 5 major actors in one show of 45 minutes that you're watching of Murder, She Wrote. I believe all of that, and then of course Angela Lansbury herself was a major actress, but all of that together really made it interesting to watch. I mean, you're just like, and then the murder mysteries were, just different, but the way she also solves them, it's all uplifting. There's just, it's not, like I said, it's not stressing you out with these explicit scenes or explicit language. For me, that can cause stress. It just can. I mean, you kind of want easy listening. So that's kind of what I'm saying. So then she was in, let's see, Corey Moore Productions, in 1989. It's a company she co-owned with her husband, Peter Shaw. Yeah, she was married to Peter Shaw. Began co-producing the series with Universal. And Lansbury also became the executive producer. So, and if you watch one of these, like any of these older movies, by the way, when you watch them, the aesthetics are incredible. They're taking place in an old castle and a beautiful house. So she had that background of all of that too. So that may explain why the aesthetics were just so astounding in Murder, She Wrote. So then she also moved into voice work and contributed to films like Beauty and the Beast in 1991, Anastasia in 1997, and then in 2005 she appeared in family films such as Nanny McPhee and Mary Poppins Returns in 2018. I didn't know that. You know what? I thought I recognized, I didn't realize that was her. I'm not necessarily looking at the names, but when I do, I love to dive into some of the research. It's very inspiring to me. So anyway, that is a little bit about Angela Lansbury's career. Now let's see, another really favorite actress of mine of all time, and I just say she's a spitfire, is Jamie Lee Curtis. So she is going to be taking the role of what Angela Lansbury did in Murder, She Wrote, of of Jessica Fletcher, I'm sorry. Jamie Lee Curtis will be Jessica Fletcher. So I'm going to read a little bit here. The project status: the film is active development with producers including Amy Pascal and Lord Miller. The role details: Curtis is set to take an iconic role of mystery novelist, amateur sleuth Jessica Fletcher, originally portrayed by Angela Lansbury. Production, January 2026. So I wonder if I missed it or if it's on. And the director is Jason Moore. So it will be happening, and it is confirmed. So let me just look this up and see if it's been on some network. Not all of us get the same networks nowadays, right? Not unless it's on cable or something. Okay, Murder, She Wrote theatrical movie reboot starring Jamie Lee Curtis as Jessica Fletcher is in development at Universal Pictures. Okay, as of this date, January 25th, 2026. But filming has not yet begun. While Curtis confirmed July 25, 2025 that project is happening, she indicated it is still a minute away. Okay, so hopefully that does occur. Now, I really do hope that they stay with the format that isn't causing stress and showing explicit scenes and explicit language and things that are that made that show, in my opinion, so popular. And that was emphasis on the details of solving the case and the aesthetics and the easy listening. So I'm just loving it. So I wanted to bring you along with me. I will be popping on here and sharing different inspirational things. If it involves a celebrity, it will be on a positive note. If it's something that has occurred and it's just helpful for us to talk about, we keep it on a positive note. I don't like negative spilling tea. So anyway, with that, you have an absolutely beautiful day. A love and light.